Hi students, how are you? I hope all are fine. In this video, we are going to see grade 8 science chapter 16 microorganisms. Let's see. Unit 16 microorganisms. Microorganisms are very small in size. They cannot be seen through naked eyes. With the help of a microscope only we can see. It's called microbes. So study of microorganism is microbiology. Microorganisms found everywhere, found in air, found in water, found in soil, even inside our bodies also. They inactive in unfavorable conditions and active in favorable conditions. In five categories, we are going to study the microorganisms: virus, bacteria, fungi, algae, and protozoa. First one is virus. Virus is a tiny particle made of genetic material and protein in between the living and non-living things. So the virus means poison in Latin. The study of virus are called virology. Okay, next one, structure of virus. So, virus contains a core DNA and RNA. It have the spikes also. It causes many diseases to plants, animals, and human being. Next one, characteristic of viruses. It shows the both living and non-living characters. Shapes of virus are given in your book. First one is bacteria page, second one influenza virus, that is like coronavirus, and a tobacco mosaic virus. It is in helical shape. Okay, next one, bacteria. The bacteria are the prokaryotic cells, that it means without nucleus. It is the first living organism on earth. The bacteria belongs to kingdom of Monera. So the study of bacteria is called bacteriology. Based on respiration, bacteria are two types. One is aerobic bacteria and another is anaerobic bacteria. Aerobic means the bacteria requires oxygen. Anaerobic bacteria does not require the oxygen. Next one, structure of bacteria given in your book. The bacteria has the outer covering layer that is called cell wall, and flagellus aids also for used in the used for locomotion. Cell structure of bacteria is given in your book. Next one, bacteria are classified into the shape of the cells. The first one, bacilli, that is rod shaped bacteria, and spiral shaped bacteria. Cocci means spherical or ball shaped bacteria, and vibrio, that is a comma shaped bacteria. The Coccibacillus, Vibrio, Spirillus shapes are given in your book. Next one, based on the number and arrangements of flagella type, that is divided into five types. Monotrichous means single flagella. Flagella means ஒரு நூல் மாதிரி இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு எண்டு. புக்கில் பிக்சர் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. The single flagella at one end, that is called monotrichous. Lobotrichous means the flagella at one end. And Amphitrachous means flagella at both the ends. Next one is Peritrichosis. Peritrichosis means flagella all around the sides. Antichosis means without flagella. Okay. Photosynthetic bacteria make the own food. Example for the photosynthetic bacteria is cyanobacteria. Bacteria produce their food by chemicals. This process is called chemosynthesis. And bacteria reproduces by fission process, that is binary fission and multiple fissions. Next on fungi. Fungi also the eukaryotic cells. Eukaryotic means lack of chlorophyll. It grow in a dark environment. Study of fungi is called mycology, and study of yeast. Structure of yeast is given in your book. The structure of fungi is yeast is in ovoid shape and contains the cell and nucleus. Cytoplasm contains vacuoles and organelles and glycogens also. Next one is algae. Algae is also the eukaryotic cells found in the moist place. It can be seen in the surface of the lakes and ponds. They are called the grass of water. They are called the grass of water. It is autotrophic because it contains the chloroplast, so they prepare their own food. And the study of algae is called algology. Next one, the structure of Chlamydomonas is given in your book. It is the motile. It is the Chlamydomonas motile in the freshwater algae. It contains the large dark nucleus also and cup-shaped chloroplast. You see this picture. Two flagellas are there in the Chlamydomonas picture. Next one is Protozoa. In Greek, protos means first. Zoon means animal. Okay. Next, eukaryotic type under the kingdom of Protista. The study of protozoa is called protozoology. There are 4 types of protozoans are there. One is ciliates, presence of cilia for locomotion. Example for this one, paramecium. And flagellates means presence of flagella for locomotion of the euglena. The paramecium, euglena pictures are given in your book. Plasmodium pictures also given in your book. And pseudopods, presence of pseudopodia for locomotion. That is amoeba. Example for this type, amoeba. Next one, sporozoans, parasites. Example parasites, plasmodium. Example for this type. Okay, there are 4 types of protozoan. One is ciliates, next one flagellates, another one pseudopods and sporozoans. Cell structure here, cell structure of amoeba are given is given in your book. This is one type of protozoans. This is a unicellulars found in ponds. Here one blue color picture is there. It is in irregular shape, that is amoeba. It is unicellular, found in ponds. It have the false feet, that is pseudopodia, for movement. It contains the contractile vacuoles for excretion, and amoeba reproduces by the fission and sporulation process. Next one is prions. The word prion derived from the proteaneous infectious particle. The prions have neither DNA nor RNA to transmit infections. A prion is mutated form of the usually harmless protein. The prions causes the diseases by affecting brain and neural diseases. Next one, virions. Virions is an entire virus particle containing an outer protein shell called the caspid, and inner core contains nucleus. The nucleus contains RNA and DNA. If the virus is found outside the cell, extracellular, that is known as virion. The virion has the capacity to infect the living tissues. The next one, uses of microorganisms. The first one is medicines. So in medicines, we obtain antibiotics and vaccines from microbes. So first one is antibiotics. The word anti means against. Antibiotic is a substance produced by living organism which is toxic for other organisms. Sir Alexander Fleming was the first person to discover the antibiotic penicillin. The antibiotic penicillin was obtained from the fungi Penicillium cryogenium. Okay. Next one, vaccines. Vaccines are prepared from the dead or weakened microbes. Edward Jenner was the first person to discover the smallpox vaccines. He coined the term vaccinations. And some vaccinations, otherwise called the immunization, MMR vaccines. It preventing the measles, measles, mumps and rubella, and PCG vaccine is given for preventing the tuberculosis. In agriculture, natural fertilizers and nitrogen fixation. First one is natural fertilizers. Microorganisms are called the decomposers because they act upon the degradable wastes. During the process, nitrates and other inorganic nutrients are released into the soil, making the soil fertile. This is called natural. This compost is called the natural fertilizers and nitrogen fixations. Have you heard this word rhizobium? Rhizobium bacteria living in the root nodules of leguminous plants enrich the soil by fixing the atmospheric nitrogen as the nitrates, which is essential for the growth of plants. Atmosphere la irukக்கூடிய nitrogen nitrate மாறி plants ஓட நியூட்ரிஷன்ஸ்க்கு வந்து க்ரோத்துக்கு வந்து இது யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்குது. அந்த பாக்டீரியா வந்து ரைசோபியம் பாக்டீரியா. Next one, biocontrol agents. Some microbes are used to protect the crops from pest. Bacillus thuringiensis அப்படிங்கிற பாக்டீரியா வந்து helps to control the insects, and trichoderma helps to protect the roots and control the plant pathogens, and paxloviruses attacks the insects and other arthropods. Some bacteria to help useful in our industries also, the sewage treatment and production of biogases and production of alcohol and wines, and microbes in threading and tanning also. Tanning industry also, the bacteria act upon the skin of animals and make it soft. It becomes the pliable. Okay, next one, in our daily life the bacteria are very useful for us, making bread and preparation of curd and cottage cheeses. In human intestine also, the bacteria are living to synthesize the vitamin K and vitamin D complexes also. E. coli bacteria living in the human intestine to help in the synthesizing the vitamin K and vitamin B complex also. And some microbes in food processes. There are two types of preservation food processes. One is food preservation, another one is food productions. In food preservation there are two types, traditional techniques and modern techniques. In traditional techniques, some methods are the fermentation, pickling, boiling and sugaring. These are all the traditional techniques followed in the food preservation. Next one, modern techniques, pasteurization. Pasteurization, already you studied in the lower classes. What is pasteurization? Preservation of liquid food. This method was invented by the Louis Pasteur in 1862. Milk is preserved by this method, heated up to 70 degrees Celsius to kill the bacteria, and it is cooled to 10 degrees Celsius to prevent sudden cooling method to prevent the growth of remaining bacteria. This milk is stored in the sterilized bottle in cold places. Next one, microbes in food processes. Already the microbes are helpful in the food preservation and food productions also. Probiotics. The probiotics are live food supplements used in the yogurt and other fermented milk products. Next one, harmful microorganisms. Few microorganisms are harmful to plants, animals and humans. They cause the diseases. They are called pathogens. In our book, disease caused by the microorganism in plants, one table column is there, plants, diseases, causative microorganism, mode of transmission, symptoms and preventive measures and treatments. Some plant diseases are given in your book, citrus cancer, photo blight disease, and anthrax effect, and foot and mouth diseases. Another one table column is here, human diseases, tuberculosis, cholera, common cold, rabies, and amoebic dysentery and malaria. This is caused by the microorganisms in humans. Next, relationship between the man and microbes, balances and imbalances and uses are given in your book. The thousands of bacteria, fungi and other microbes that live in our gut are essential contributors to their good health. They break down toxins, manufacture some vitamins and essential amino acids, and form a barrier against invaders. And gut microbes are the bacteria in human gut. They are one of the most important allies in our overall health and well-beings. Okay, gut ensures that the body is absorbing all the important nutrients to function at its highest level. So many different aspects of health are attached to it. Okay, that's our children. In this chapter, we learn different types of microorganisms, role of microbes in our daily life, effects of harmful microorganisms, and the relation between the man and microbes. Okay children, you read the lesson. We will see in the next video. Thank you.